was going to say, heading into halftime, I think there was a timeout with like 2 minutes left, and then that was about the time they went on that run. And I think for us, it was just those lapses of focus on our defensive game plan, and they're a good team. They take advantage of those. So, it's going to take a full 40 minutes for us. I feel like we came back in the second half and competed a lot better and locked in on what we wanted to do defensively. But again, it's those little runs that hurt us and really changed the game.
Is there anything kind of at this point in the season you can do specifically to try to stop those runs, or is it timeouts, or is it just kind of locking in, as you said?
I think that it's more so just kind of staying home. Like, if we could just, because I think there's still growth to be made no matter where we are in our season, just about knowing our schemes and knowing what we need to be for what the Fever have worked on. I think that we should be honed in a lot more, because I think those small lapses make great teams capitalize off of it. Lots of times this who she is for a reason, but she'll capitalize off the small ones, and I think that that's where we have to be better so we don't give people that chance.
And Kelsie, you had 15 points in the first quarter, finished with 29. Just what was working for you, especially in that first?
Well, I like to think that as the last 2 meetings, as the game changed, I change. As the opponent changed, I change, and so I just like to take what people give me, utilize my teammates to be aggressive and stay who I am. But it ultimately just comes down to like having an aggressiveness, having a grit, and being able to play with your team.
And then there's kind of 3 games left in the season. You're fighting in between that 6 and 8 spot in the standings. Just what is the message for this final little stretch?
Focus on the one on Friday.
That's exactly what she told us, actually. To Lexie's point, all we can do is control what we control, and that's Friday. Lord willing, we prepare the right way. We show up as a group leading up to Friday, and I think that I'm just down to swear knowing that I believe in our group. I believe in every person in our locker room. I believe in our coaching staff, and I think that Friday is the most important for us, so that's all we can focus on right now.
And I think you just talked about it a little bit, talking about your teammates, but can you speak to like the resilience of your teammates through all these struggles and injuries and everything, and how proud you are of your teammates and everything?
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I've never really been around a group that's been so resilient, I'll be honest. I mean, the injuries, let alone, but even like people like Lexie could have sat out, with her injury to her face, I just think like it's not trying to be funny, it's just like we could easily quit, and I think like the respect that I have for her is an example, but I just think that we could easily give up and we haven't. I think that speaks for itself, because at any given moment playing against professionals day in and day out, it's hard, it's not easy, and I think that we could have easily tucked our tail and said, well, we're just going to, mess up the season. But I think the resiliency in our locker room kind of shows from person to person.